Hashi. So Keith, this is basically a response to your video. I'm not going to, clarify, obviously, where Vindicate stands or anything like that. I will clarify some things about that conversation, though. So, he said multiple times that Vindicate was at the Super Saiyan 2 level. Now, at the time, you did seem to have a clear grasp on that, and repeated it multiple times, and still seemed to be shocked. But I guess that's an important distinction, because obviously beating the shit out of a Super Saiyan 2 and being at the Super Saiyan 2 level, and as a matter of fact, I think Kree even said, it's not like I think he's high in the Super Saiyan 2 level. So that's a big difference, because Super Saiyan 2, it's a scale in and of itself, and then if you're just beating the shit out of 2s in general, that's going to put you either somewhere in between 2 and 3, or at 3. So I would say, just to clarify what the discussion was. And then, Keith, I want to praise you tremendously, because for one, I love the level that you're keeping and taking the Real World Discourse. I want the Real World Discourse to continue to elevate and stuff like that, and for us to try to figure these different things out. And yeah, like I really appreciate that. Anybody who's spent even a few minutes talking to me about this stuff knows that I love to try to use facts and figures to figure these different things out. I like to use feats, power scaling, statements and all that different kind of stuff like that. Blend them together and try to get the most accurate picture we can. Obviously, real world facts are a little different. The DMs have the facts, and they rarely just say, player, this is how powerful the character is. Excuse me. But, we understand that, and we come up with the closest facts that we can based off of all the information presented. I really appreciate that, Keith, and keep doing that. Please keep doing that. Keep elevating the level of Real World Discourse. Couple of clarifications about Dragon Ball Z. Be careful with Dragon Ball Z, because first of all, Dragon Ball Z is wildly inconsistent, and then the Saiyans are not necessarily exactly the same. I don't even think the way they do the powers, like the jumps as they're presented on paper, like the numbers they give them, I don't even think it makes sense to what we're seeing on screen. This is what I mean by that. So, you got Base Saiyan, the jump to Super Saiyan, you're right, is a 50 times jump. This is what the guides and stuff will tell you. Then the jump to Super Saiyan 2 is supposed to be, wait for it, a 2 times jump. So when we were watching the Cell Saga, and Goku or Gohan had like ascended to Super Saiyan 2 for the first time, and we were all hyped, and he was like, he was just instantly killing the Cell Juniors with one hit and shit like that, and even hit Cell so hard that he threw up an android and lost his transformation. We're supposed to believe now that Gohan, prior to the transformation, could barely hang with Cell, and he was probably outclassed by the Cell Juniors and all that shit. So we're supposed to believe just doubling his power made him that much stronger. For me, it's just absolutely ridiculous. And then I think the jump from 2 to 3 is supposed to be 4 times, and the jump from 3 to 4 is supposed to be 10 times. So, overall, you're going from normal to 4, at least in Dragon Ball Z, it's supposed to be like a 10,000 times jump. But, again, they're not consistent with representing that stuff on screen. And I think the way they show us, like, oh, this is what 2 times power looks like, is absolutely ridiculous. So, try your best to go by the Saiyans that we have in the game. Look at the stuff that you see from them and try to, compile your information that way. I love the critical thinking and everything like that. Just be careful with Dragon Ball Z, because it's going to take you on this downward spiral. And the Saiyans tend to be a bit different. Saiyans in general in Dragon Ball Z are far more powerful, I think, than Saiyans than any of the games. Now, you gotta remember, like, characters, like, way before Super Saiyan was even thought of, were blowing up moons and all that kind of shit. Easily. And faster than light speed and all that kind of shit. So yeah, Keith, good video. Keep up the good work. Hashi out.